So no props tonight, or hardly any props. But let's see how you get on with this tonight. So here's a nice warm-up to get you going. So come up into a standing position. It's very simple. It's not complicated or anything. So I think you'll manage this fine. And what I want you to do is stand really tall with your inner arches lifted, knees, pelvis stacked, ribs stacked on top of the pelvis, lengthening up through the front to grow that little bit taller, chin on a shelf, crown of head up towards the ceiling. Think of your tailbone dropping down and tummy pulling in lightly. And we're going to just clasp the fingers in front of us like this. Can you see what I'm doing with my hands? I'm just interlocking my fingers with the palms turned up. Then I'm going to bring my arms up in front of my chest. Going to turn the palms away from me. Lift the arms right up towards the ceiling. Circle the arms back down. So you're getting a delightful stretch. Try that again. Interlock the fingers. Now, as your arms pull down towards the floor, see if you can get that opposition stretch by lengthening up with your upper body and your neck. And then stretch and spread the shoulder blades. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Have a good stretch and circle the arms. Now we're going to take the arms and pulse them back behind you. So you're going to pulse, 2, 3, 4, strong arms, 5, 6. Really press back. Good. Because you really are going to try and bring some warmth into your body. Now let's try that again. This time I'll be getting you to lift the heels into a heel raise. So push the arms down, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Stretch the arms forward. Feel the shoulder blades spread. Lengthen up. Pull your tummy in as you lengthen up. Now you're going to lift your heels. Balance as you bring your heels up off the floor. And pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that once more, a little bit faster. Keep the kettle boiling. Lift up, circle the arms, and pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring the heels down. So that should bring some warmth into your body. Now we're going to squat. So I want you just to bring the arms forward and come down as low as you comfortably can. So I'm going to just sink my bottom down towards the floor. Now I'm coming to lengthen all the way up. Now I'm going to circle one arm to the right and circle it down and bring the arm back up towards the ceiling. I'm going to rotate to the other side, circle the arm backwards, down and up. We'll do that again. So we're going to squat down, bring the arms forward in front of you, hold the squat, bring the arms up towards the ceiling, rotate to one side and circle backwards, full circle and up. Rotate to the other side, circle back and up. And then bring the arms down one last time. Come down a little bit lower if you can manage it and your knees are okay. Lengthen up this time, lift your heels. Bring the heels down. Circle the arm out and up. Turn, circle the arm out and up. Now, bring the arms down and we're going to come into high knees for a good upper body exercise. So onto high knees and then bring the arms forward in front with the palms facing down. Now we're going to pull the arms in. So you'll be bending the elbows and pulling your shoulder blades together. Now the arms come up into this goalpost position. Now you want to turn your head to look to one side and make sure that your hand and your wrist and your elbow are all in one straight line. Come back to center with your head. Turn your head to the other side and just see if you've got a precise alignment of your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and hand. Then you want to take the arms wide. We're going to be repeating this. And I want you to pull your tummy in as you push back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can really feel that strength that you've got. We'll do that again. Bring the arms forward in front. Pull the elbows back. Hold that position. Bring the arms up into a goalpost position. Keep the elbows lifted, Anita, so that you've got a sort of right angled position of your hand, of your arms. Turn your head to one side, back to center. Turn your head to the other side, back to center. Now stretch your arms from fingertips to fingertips. Let's pull back. 6, 5. Bring those shoulder blades together. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring the arms down. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot warmer now. Roll your shoulders back. We've got to bring some heat into the body tonight. Now let's see if we can get these wrists and these fingers going now. So bring your arms out and see if you can twirl your wrists, but also can you get your fingers going as well? So if you play the piano, you'll find this a little bit easier. Fingers and wrists twirling. Very, very good for dexterity, and then twirl the other way. But see if you can get the fingers going as well as the wrists. Yeah, and then a nice little exercise for the fingers and dexterity. And it's opposition. So thumb to index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. We'll do that again. Thumb. That's it. Just see if you can make these twinkly movements. And then can you bring your index finger and your middle finger together like that? Good. The hard one is middle finger and ring finger. Can you get your pinky finger working with your ring finger? Whoa, that's hard. See if you can do that with your hands. Just separate the fingers. Yeah, absolute dexterity. And then just make a fist and stretch out your fingers. Good. Coming down onto the mat now for bridge. And I'm going to just introduce a nice rotational bridge as well. So we're going straight up into bridge without spine curling up. There's no spine curl. Place your feet in a really good, precise position. Start off in a neutral spine so that you're level across the front of your pelvis. And then we're going to just press the feet into the floor. Bridge up in one piece. Now squeeze your bottom and then bring your hips straight down and lift up. So I want strong pelvis, strong glutes, and I want you to stretch out the front of your hip flexors so you can feel the stretch coming all the way down from your knees to your shoulders through the hips. Right, now going to hold the bridge up, hold up here. Now what I want you to do is rotate. So you're going to drop your right hip down. So you're rotating so that your right front hip drops down to the floor. Left hip is up. Now you're going to stand on your left foot to bring your right hip back to center. We're going to rotate the other way. Drop your left hip down towards the floor so that your right hip is up. Press down through your right foot to bring your left hip up. And if you could do that again, drop to the right, press through the left foot, bring your right hip back up into center. Drop the left hip down towards the mat, press through your right foot and bring your left hip back to center. Can you do once more? Just make the movement fluid now.
Everybody's got the movement. So just dropping one side, centering up, dropping the other side and centering up. So you can feel that rotation through your pelvis. Try and minimize the movement in your knees as well. And think about pulling your tummy in as well. Good. And now bring your hips back down onto the floor. Now, preparation now for single leg stretch. What I want you to do is bring your right knee in towards your chest and support the back of your right thigh with your hand. Let the foot dangle. Now, the left leg is going to go up into tabletop. So left leg in tabletop, support the back of your right thigh. So we're going to stretch the left leg out, really strong, and then back in. Make sure you're in that neutral position for your spine. Breathe in, exhale. As you pull your right knee in, really extend your left leg. Head is down. Breathe out on the stretch. Really try to work your core. Strong leg. Exhale. Good. One more time. Now we're going to swap the legs now. So you're going to support your left leg with your hand behind your left thigh. And you're going to bring your right leg in tabletop and you're going to stretch. Now, we're going to start bringing the arm into this exercise for a wee bit coordination. So now as you stretch the right leg out, could you bring your right arm overhead and get a good stretch from your right arm to your right foot? Bring the arm down by your side as the right knee comes into tabletop. Breathe in, exhale. Right leg stretches out, right arm stretches out overhead along the floor. Breathe in. Exhale from a strong center, strong core. Good. Now let's just do that with the other side. Support the back of your right thigh, left leg in tabletop, left arm, left leg stretches away in opposite directions. Breathe in as you bring your knee in, exhale as you stretch away. Can you do that 2 more times? Really stretch. Really take time to pull up, Pravina. Don't do it too quickly. You really want to think about getting the core strong and engaged. Good, Phil. Yeah. Take your time to really work on the breath and the exhalation. Yeah. Now, we're going to now take it into the full single leg stretch. So I'm going to clasp my hands behind my right knee. Option, head down if you have got a neck issue or bone density issue. Lift your head into curl up if you're okay to do that. And change. And change. Now, really extend these legs really straight with a softly pointed foot. Make sure the leg doesn't drop. So as you're extending the leg out, it stays strong. And you pull the other knee in as much as you extend the other leg out. Pelvis is stable. Lower back is stable. 2 more. Bring your head down onto the floor if you've had it lifted. And let's just take the arms wide and roll the knees from side to side, just to ease out your lower back. Now, I'm going to bring my left foot just down onto the floor. I'm going to take my hands behind my right thigh, and we're going to stretch out the hamstrings. We're going to extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Feel the pull on your hands behind your right thigh, and then bend your knee. Bend your knee in, and then extend it. Use your core as you extend the leg to the ceiling. That's it. Now, going to now hold the right leg up towards the ceiling and slide the left leg long along the floor. So left leg is long with a flexed foot. Now the arms, for a change, the arms are going to go behind the head on the floor. So we're going to be doing, you'll feel an extra stretch. Now keep the left foot active, keep the left leg strong and active. Take the right leg across the center and out to the side. So you're abducting and you're adducting. Right, so you'll feel a nice pleasant stretch with your arms on the floor overhead if you've got space. Yeah. So like a pendulum going from side to side. Now take the leg across the center line or your midline and bring it down to the bottom left corner, over to the right, circle it round and up. Over to the bottom left corner of your mat, over to your right, up to the top right and over. And just make a lovely big circle, trying to keep the extended leg along the floor as stable as you can. Now we're going to reverse. So the leg comes out to the side, down to the bottom right, across to the bottom left, up and over. Bottom right, bottom left, top left, over to the right. One more time. Can you feel your core working as you do this? It's quite a big single leg circle, isn't it? Good. Now hold the leg up, hold the right leg up and lift and float the left leg off the floor. Just float that left leg off the floor. And I'm going to now just scissor the legs to change. So see if you can just either keep your head down or lift your head into a little bit of flexion to scissor the legs. Just put somebody in. That's it. Good. Well done. Now, one more time. Now, I want you to bring the right leg down along the floor and extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Hands behind the back of your left thigh. The extended leg is active with a flexed foot to the ceiling. So strong extended leg along the floor. Now get ready to bend the left heel in towards your thigh and extend it up towards the ceiling. See if you can get the knee to engage. That's it. Really stretch and engage that front knee. Yeah. And then you're going to hold the leg up towards the ceiling. You're going to extend your arms overhead onto the floor. So you get a good strong stretch. Now, let's abduct and adduct the leg like a pendulum from left to right. Take the leg out to the side, take the leg across the center line, going from left to right, but try to keep your pelvis as stable as possible as you do this. Yeah. Now, going to now take the left leg across the center line, down towards the bottom right of your mat, over to the left, to the top left, across to the top right, lower left, up and over. So you're touching, you're always pointing towards every corner of your mat. And now we're going to go the other way. So the leg comes out, down to the bottom left, to the bottom right, up to the top right, and over to the top left. That's it. And keep going round and round. Now try to straighten your leg as much as possible. Feel the pull through your core as you do this. It's quite a strong exercise. Doing well though. And 2 more. Very good. And then let's bring your knee in. Now let's do a knee to chest stretch. So draw your knees in towards your chest, pull your tummy in. If you want to, only optional, lift your head and your nose towards your knees. Otherwise, keep your head down. and really stretch out the lumbar vertebrae in your spine. Really good. Now, from here, what I want you to do is, if you're able to bring your legs to tabletop and then stretch them out. So here's a modified version for those that don't lift their head off the floor, knees and into extension. Now, if you're worried about your back as you stretch both legs out from a strong center, you could have one leg in tabletop and then just stretch the other leg. And you're going back to your single leg stretch. Now, everybody else, if you could take your hands behind your head with your elbows wide, and then you're going to curl up. Now, you curl up and you tuck your tummy in. You extend your legs and you bring your arms down by your side. So you're in this strong position here. Knees come back, hands behind your head, head down. Breathe in, elbows wide. Exhale, curl up. Arms come down by your side and you stretch your legs out strong. Knees come in, head down, hands behind your head. Last time, you're going to hold it this time. Breathe in, exhale, curl up to the base of your shoulder blades. Arms come reaching down, leg extends. Now, if you're able to, you pump the arms, strong wrists, breathing in for 5 and out for 5. Option, head down onto the mat, legs in knee fold, and pump the arms, long, strong arms, as you breathe in for 5 and out for 5. You may want to go into a single leg stretch as you come into the Pilates 100, or you can come into both legs long and pumping the arms in for 5 and out for 5, working your core. Good. Keep working on your breath. And one more. Very good. And then bring your knees back in, one leg down at a time. Now, I'm going to give you another option here, crisscross, but we're doing it in a different way. Any bone issues, we're going to bring the left knee into tabletop, reinforced hands, one on top of the other. You push. Now you hear, this is where you really feel your core activation, drawing up the pelvic floor, tummy pulls in, and you push your hands into your left knee. Bring the foot back down. Bring the right leg up. Breathe in. Exhale and push your hands into your right knee and really feel the core activation. So I'm breathing in, exhale with this two-way resistance. Now, the other modification now is to take your hands behind your head, bring left leg up into tabletop, breathe in, curl up. Exhale, right elbow to left knee, turn with the ribs, bring the foot down. Exhale, curl up, right leg into tabletop, left elbow to right knee. Bring it down. Exhale, left leg tabletop, curl up, right elbow to left knee. Turn with the ribs. Inhale, back down. Exhale, curl up, left elbow to right knee. Really feel it, really feel those ribs turning, and then back down. Now for a slightly harder progression. Both legs up. As you curl up, right elbow to left knee and extend your right leg and really turn those ribs. Inhale back. Exhale, curl up, left elbow to right knee and extend your left leg. That's it. And extend your left leg. Hold it there. Coming back. Breathe in. Exhale, opposite elbow to knee and extend the other leg. Can you start to feel your abs working. You should feel a very strong work going on in your abdominals. Very good. Remember to breathe out as you stretch the leg. Good. Last time. Excellent. Very good. And bring your feet down, and we'll do a nice rock here. Take your left ankle across the top of your right thigh and take your arms wide to the side like a T. Rock your knee down towards the left and rock your toes towards the right, and just feel that rocking move. Yeah, from side to side. Excellent. And then thread your hands round the back of the right thigh and lift your right foot off the floor and feel the stretch in your left glute. Your head can be down on the floor. It's a strong stretch through your left glute. Release that stretch. Bring the right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Right knee pointing out to the side, arms wide. The right knee drops down to tap down on towards the floor, toes tapped towards the left. So you're doing a figure 4 hip roll from side to side. That's it. If you don't touch to either side, don't worry about that. Now, thread your hands behind the back of your left thigh, pull your left knee in towards you, and really feel that stretch through your right glute. Yeah, you feel that. The more you pull your left knee in, the more you're going to feel that stretch through your right glute. Well done. Very good. Now from here, just going to roll up, going to rock up to sitting or come onto your side to sit up, whatever is best for you. Now, we're going to do plie seated. And what I want you to do is have very strong arms, because you're going to press your hands, make a wee fist, press your knuckles down into the mat so that you can get really strong seated position. You could sit on a mat, on a block if you wished. Now, I've got my feet like a frog, like that. Can you see that? So I'm going to face the camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Going to slide the legs long, flex, point, flex, open like a frog, slide them back in. Again, I'm going to push my knuckles down into the mat. Feet like a frog, stretch the legs long, flex, point, flex, open the toes like a V, and then draw them back in. Everybody see? One more time. And stretch, flex, point, flex, open, and bring them back in. Now, this is what we do on our backs now. So this is another famous core exercise. Now, if you don't want to have both feet off the floor, you can, here's the option. You can turn your right knee out. Okay, I've turned my right knee out, so it's an external rotation, and just stretch with a turn out of the leg. So leg, instead of putting the leg straight out, you rotate the leg into that lateral turn out, and your foot is also turned out. The full exercise, bringing your heels together with your toes turned out, neutral spine, stretch the legs long, bring the feet together, flex, point, flex, open into that V position and slide your knees in. So the knees are apart as you slide them in. Stretch the legs out, bring them together, parallel, point, flex, point, flex, open into that V position, slide the knee back in. Ready to go again. Stretch, parallel, point, flex, open into that V position and slide them back in. Can you do one more for me? Stretch the legs out, bring the feet together, flex, point, flex into your V, slide the knees back in towards you, and then bring your head back down. Very good. Now we're going to come up. So if you want to, here's your choice. You can roll up if you wish, or roll onto your side, or use your hands to help you come up into a seated position. Now, we're going to go into spine twist. So again, you've got the option of sitting on a block, if you like, or a cushion, but having your legs together for a change so that your legs are glued. The arms are wide. So I'm going to really lengthen up through my sit bones, and I'm going to turn, come back to center, exhale, rotate, come back to center. Now I'm going to start doing some work with the feet now. So I'm going to point my feet as I rotate, flex my feet as I come center, point my feet away as I turn, flex back to center. And again, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex the feet, point, flex. Well done. Now we're coming into a modified saw. So for Laura and Alison, diamond legs, and then what you're going to do with your legs in this diamond position, which is a little bit easier, rotate, reach forward, but not too much flexion as you go down, and you lift and you come center. You rotate, you flex forward, but not too far into flexion. Lift and come center. Everybody else, take your legs wide and straight if you can, or you can bend your knees if you need to. And rotate, reach little pinky, lift, come back to center, rotate, reach. Now I want you to try something for me with your arms. So I'm going to face the camera. I would like you to have the backs of your hands facing forward with your thumbs pointing down. Okay, so as we turn, we're turning in this position with our hands. Reach down, lift, come back to center, palms are facing away from you, rotate, reach. Now you have to watch that you don't rotate one thigh in. So the feet are flexed so that you're not tempted to roll in with one leg, because it's quite hard not to. That's it. And reach and lift. Oh, and back to center and relax. Well done. Okay, into hip twister. Now, this is great done on your forearms. Okay, so you're into this supported recline position onto your forearms, and I'm going to lift my heels so that my tippy toes are touching the floor, but my hips are lifted. Now, it can be done with one leg lengthening out with one tippy toe in. So this is the easy version. You're going to be strengthening your knees because you're going to be straightening your leg and engaging. Yeah. Now, if you can, you're then going to, those of you that want to, can tap in with your toes, exhale and reach out with both legs. You've got the option here, but I'm keeping my pelvis and my torso very stable. Okay, that's it. Good. Now, the easy option now is to roll your knees to one side and extend the outer leg. So I'm in a knee roll position, knees to center, knees roll to the other side, and then I extend my top leg straight, thighs are parallel, both thighs are glued together. This is the easy version. Knees to one side, extend the top leg, both thighs are glued together, and then I'm now going to come into a more progressive movement now. So I'm going to roll the knees to one side, stretch out both legs. You stick with the one that suits you. Back in, come center, lift your knees, lift your toes, roll to the other side, use your core, stretch the legs out, bring the heels back in, back to center, over, extend, heels back in, and last time. Now that might be all you want to do. Come up for a rest and just relax forward. There is one more progression for those of you that really want to go that extra mile. So I'm just relaxing, giving you a little bit of respite first before we do it. Right, coming back. Okay, watch this. Now, you could just, if you wished, you could just circle your knees on the ceiling, but the hard bit is to stretch your legs straight, circle, round, down, around and up, circle, around, down and up. So that's with both legs, but that might be a bit tough. So that's why I'm giving you the option of just having bent legs, bent knees, and doing a much easier corkscrew move with bent legs. So you've got the option there. Oh, but keep the legs together. Well done. Now, got a nice relaxing back exercise after that. So from here, I'm going to bring my hands down and come into 4 points. And we're going to take the hips back, but we're going to be rounding the back. So I'm going to be stretching the arms long with my hips back to my heels. And I'm going to pull my tummy in, round my back as I come up. And then I'm going into extension by hollowing out my back. Then I'm going to sit my hips back. So sit your hips back. This is the best bit. Tuck under with your tailbone, rounding your back as you come up. Dip your lower back, lift your head and your eye gaze. Tuck your tummy in and stretch back. Again, rounding your back as you come up and into your cow. Yes, like that. Now, can we just extend the left leg back and reach the right arm forward? Circle the arm like we did at the beginning and rotate. Beautiful. And then slide the knee back in. Slide the right leg back, extend left arm. Now, rotate. Lift the left arm, circle it back behind, and bring the knee back in at the same time. So it's all about timing. Opposite arm and leg. Open, rotate, slide the knee back in. Beautiful, smooth movement. Opposite arm and leg, stretch, lift, open, and slide the knee back in. Good, well done. Now, coming onto your tummy with arms wide, we're going to supinate and pronate the arms, which is great for the shoulders. Hope you can see me in the camera, but basically, my arms are wide like a T. And what I'm going to get you to do is palms down, palms up, palms down, palms up. So you're really rotating into the tops of your shoulders, but really enjoy that stretch from fingertip to fingertip as you do that. Okay, now we're now going to keep the palms down and we're going to slide the shoulders down and just lift your arms about 2 inches off the floor. So hands are about 2 inches off the floor, and you lift lower, lift lower. The chest doesn't need to lift, Phil. You can keep the chest down and just lengthen the arms and lift and lower the arms. Strong is a strong exercise, but you feel that gorgeous stretch. Exhale, inhale. You really want to get the rhythm with the breath. Yeah, and it's good for rounded backs. You're but you must not pucker up your shoulder blades. Don't pucker up your shoulders towards your ears. Keep the shoulders well down. Yeah, that's good. Now, let's take the arms into a V position. You're familiar with this. It's all leading to something. So the arm is from T to a high V, back to a T, and into your side. Palms into your side, into a T position, up into a high V, and back down into T. Now, we're going to do windmills. So at the moment, the arms are stretched wide. Right arm down by your side, left arm overhead. Back into your T, right arm extended beyond your head, left arm down. And change, and change. So you've got one arm up, one arm down, but you circle, you come through your wide T position in between. Excellent, everybody's got that. Now, next bit might be a wee bit difficult for one or two of you, so we'll see. I'm going to have my right arm up, my left arm down by my side, lift my right arm and take it back down to my side. Now, both arms are down by your side. Left arm is going to lift up and overhead onto the floor. My head is going to turn to the right because my left arm is in extension. Lift your left arm, take it back, head comes to center. Right arm by your side is going to lift up and over into extension. Head turns to the left. Right arm lifts, returns back, and your head is center. We'll try that again. Both arms reaching down by your side. Left arm lifts up and over. Turn your head to the right. Turn head center as the left arm returns to side. Right arm up and over. Left turn to the left with your head. Head comes center as the right arm goes back. Well done. Now press your hands into your chest and sit back again with your hips to your heels. That's a strong exercise for your arms and your shoulders. Now, let's go into a little bit of just a wee bit of gentle push-up, taking your hips back and coming forward with your chest. Head comes forward of your hands, push down, exhale, push up, bringing a little bit of strength work into your bones and your shoulders. Up. And remember, you can make it harder by having your knees much further back than your hips. Good. And then I would just like you to just come into the well-known swimming, where you're going to just extend your arms beyond your head. Legs are a little bit apart, and you're just going to lift left arm, right leg, lower down, right arm, left leg, lower down, then take it into a coordinated swimming movement, balancing on your tummy. You don't need to lift your chest too much, and just work up to, let's go up to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, bring your hands into your chest, push up, and we're going to be stretching the back out because I want you to come into a down dog, which will help to stretch out your back. So, fingers spread, weight evenly through your hands out of your wrists, and we'll just draw the tummy in and up, lift the knees just an inch off the floor, push back with the hips, up into down dog, and pedal the feet. so that you can stretch out your calf muscles, really stretch. I want you to really get a good stretch through the backs of your legs as you bring your heel down, one heel down to really touch the floor, then the other heel down to really touch the floor and get that stretch. Now we're going to pike up. For those of you that can, I want you to pike right up onto your toes, tuck your head between your arms so that your bottom is pointing up towards the ceiling, and then bend your knees down onto the floor, and then I want you to take your hips back, slide forward with your chin and up into a cobra. Yes, and let your shoulders drop. And then bring your hips back and we'll caterpillar through again. So imagine you're painting a white stripe with your nose all the way up the center of your mat, coming up into a high cobra. Oh, and then sit back. Very good. Now, we're going to come into we haven't done any mermaids, but let's try the easy one. I'll give you the option from this to go into a side bridge. So lower leg is bent, top foot is flat. Just make sure you're comfortable where you position your hand on the floor, and then let's just lift up into that lovely position here, opening up the top line of the body and then coming back down. Everybody's getting much, much better now at doing this, and your hips are square on and absolutely facing forward and back down. So here's the development. Legs can be a little bit further away and less bent, and then sit tall. From here, I know some of you like to lengthen up into your side bridge. It's only an option, but lift your top hip up towards the ceiling, and then you end up coming back into that position with your legs. So the legs start in this position and they come up in the straight legs, and then they end up coming back down into that position. Be careful if you've got a sore shoulder area. Just don't push up into side bridge. Now I'm going to try that on the other side. So lower leg is bent, top foot flat. And again, just come up into your side mermaid to begin with. And open up. You might find this is a bit different on one side compared to the other. So now I'm going to extend the legs a little bit longer. Not so good at coming up onto my right side as I am on my left, I'm afraid. Anyway, because it's a little bit tougher on this side, and then back down. Don't go into a side bridge if you've got a shoulder issue. And then over you go and back down. Oh, well done. And let's now go into a nice relaxing corkscrew where you can just have slightly bent legs. They don't need to be straight. And think of your tummy, think of your core being strong here. Arms are out to the side. And let's do a lovely circular movement. So you're rolling on your lower back. You can feel your pelvis or your sacrum getting a little bit of a massage as you circle round. So glue your insteps and your knees and your thighs together. That's it. And it's a nice movement behind your lower back. Now we're going to change direction. Breathe in. Exhale as you change direction. Yes. Can you feel that nice gentle movement here? So the legs can be even bent. They can be quite into a knee fold position almost to make it a little bit easier. But I think it's much better having slightly bent legs. Yes. And then let's just finish up with a traditional, oh, I forgot. Yes, I promised everybody could do a bicycle. Now, you don't need the roller. There was one exercise that I said you could use the roller for, but it's purely optional. And it's really to give you a slightly higher elevation. That's all, but it can be done on your back. You don't need to have the roller, but I'm going to place the roller horizontally behind my sacrum, nice and level. You hold on to the roller with one hand either side of your pelvis, bring your knees up, legs to ceiling, and that gives you a lovely supported elevation. And then you can split the legs and come into this is high scissors, but we tend to go into high scissors before we go into high bicycle. And the lower leg has to be equidistant with the leg that's going towards your face. You can't just have one leg go nice and low and the other leg not coming in at the same amount, at the same proportions. You need to have both legs moving away in equal proportions. Now, going to bicycle, which is great for the hips. So, can you have the left leg going down towards the floor, the right leg coming in towards your face, and then bend your right knee, and we're going to pedal backwards. Split, right knee, split, left knee, and we're just pedaling backwards. But you're really meant to come into your scissors first before you bend the knee in. Scissors first, bend the knee in. Split scissors first, bend the knee in. Split scissors first. Good, Pauline, that's great. Yep, that's it. Great. And then let's reverse, bring the right knee in, and then let's pedal forward. Pedaling forward with the legs. Very good. Nice straight legs. So they scissor straight and then they bend. One knee bends. Scissor straight, one knee bends in. Scissor straight, one knee bends in. Hard to get the coordination, isn't it? There we go. And then we're just going to bring the knees into your chest. Now, if you can, what we'll do is we'll bring the left foot down and I'll slide that left leg away, okay? So that left leg is sliding away, heel on the floor. I'm going to come into a hip flexor stretch. I'm going to pull my right knee in towards my chest and extend my left leg. Now, what will you feel? Well, you'll feel a big stretch coming down the front of your left hip flexor as your right knee's pulled in. Then you'll lift your left leg up towards the ceiling and you'll stretch it back down again. So that left leg is straight up and it's straight down. Straight up and straight down. Get fantastic stretch. Now we're going to bring the left knee in and then we're going to extend the right leg along the floor with the heel of the right leg into the floor. Pull the left knee in and flex the foot of the right leg on the floor and feel the stretch first of all. So get that strong hip flexor stretch and then you're ready to bring the leg up with a pointed foot, flex down, point up, flex down, point up. Great stretches these. And then we're just going to bring the knees in. If you're on the roller, just allow the roller to slide underneath. Slide the roller away. That's it. Good. And then we'll roll to one side. Good. And then we'll push up. And we'll finish with a little very gentle, easy balance, because I haven't done any balance tonight. Balance is very important. And let's do a nice, easy balance. So let's just bring one knee up
tap the knee and arc the arms overhead. Opposite hand to knee, arc the arms. Opposite hand to knee, arc the arms over. Very good. So nice and slow, you've got beautiful control through. And then just let's go into airplane. Just take your left knee into knee raise, take it back behind you, bring your arms wide. Now this is where the option is for you to straighten your back leg as you come forward, or you can just take it into whatever position you want. Don't overdo it. And then bring the knee forward again. Woo. And back down. Well done, Moira. Can't talk at the same time. Bring my knee up. Take my knee behind. Hold, 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 and bring the knee up. Oh, very good. Some of you have got much better balance than I have tonight. Well done. And we have finished. Just come in and mute.